Baby. Shh. Baby. Let's tell stories. Since these idiots are so fucking jealous of little tiny stories of just little memories, good lord. Motherfuckers always, these motherfuckers want to be Adam Durant in every single little way. Just keep your yellow banner and get the hell out. Keep your stupid little yellow banner. Get the hell out, shut up, nobody cares. Ain't nobody looking at it. Stop putting it in my face, nobody cares. Stop with the noises in the ears. Military frequencies, stop with the bullshit. Just do your thing. You're gonna worship flat eye fake Jesus? That's your prerogative, dude. You ain't gonna fool Brenda. You're not gonna fool Engineer Brenda. You're not gonna fool the greatest. Jackass. Stupid ass fools. Jesus ain't Asian, you stupid ass. You wanna go see? Okay. Baby. Let's see, Jesus was Asian. Was Jesus Christ from Asia? No, he wasn't. He was Jewish, Middle Eastern. Okay. He's from Israel, born in Bethlehem. Jackass. Stop promoting yellow, stupid. And get the hell out of my house. That girl on the internet. Stupid girl on the internet with your stupid girl on the internet with your stupid ass Freemason family. Inbred ancestors. With your inbred ancestor ass. Shut up. Get off my phone. Stop calling my house. Stop calling my house and shut up. Got it? Shut up. Stupid ass yellow banners. You're a fucking Freemason idiot. Your whole family's a Freemason idiots. All of you. You can tell by looking at your stupid ass. Inbred ancestors having sex with your mothers. All gay and dykes and acting like you're judge. You know what, you guys. You know what, you guys are the worst devils. You guys. These hypocrites. These Freemason hypocrites at church are sleeping with their moms and dads and sleeping with their family, grandmas, grandpas, uncles. They're having sex with their whole family, and then they go and start going on the internet and judging the world. Marriage is just for a man and woman, and they're the ones doing all the sins. That's cute, baby. Baby, that's cute. Tushy butt. Cute tushy butt. Baby. Shh. Cute tushy butt. Baby. It's your line. I don't give it. Man, let me. Oh, dang. That's cute. Let me tell you about what I got. Pinks. Hi, Pinks. Hi, baby. And Adam is Eve. Did you guys get that? Adam is Ezekiel. Asexual. Adam is Ezekiel, asexual, Duran, and gives birth without having sex, because I'm holy. While these hypocrite fake Christian girls with yellow banners having sex and inbred sex and all this stuff, doing ancestry, and then you're judging the gay world and judging all kinds of people when you guys do the same things. That's abomination. That's Freemasonry abomination. And nobody believes you. You know, the louder you are, the bigger of a hypocrite they are. And that's the fact. So when you get a big yellow banner and a bunch of nothing going on, I didn't listen to it. I just looked at it. It came on my thing. When you got a big banner of nothing, you know, you're an Antichrist. That's why I'm saying they're setting the stage for the Antichrist. They're setting the stage for the Antichrist, and they're on the stage. So, you know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You're setting the stage for the Antichrist, and you're on the stage. So get off the stage, non-genius. Okay. So that means you're a Freemason because you said a yellow stage. Jesus is not Asian. And shout out to Asia. God bless you. Korea, North Korean people, South Korea, Bhutan, Taiwan, Thailand. I love you. Like I was saying in the last video, in the Asian boys, in the, all of them, wherever you are. Bruce Lee was awesome. Bruce Lee was awesome, and Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee. And shout out to the family and them. And like I was saying in the last video, I never after that in 1993, I was never mad about it. I never really thought about it, honestly. In all honesty, and I never thought about it. I never held a grudge. I never. The only thing what I'm doing right now is because the Antichrist stuff is going on, but they're trying to create. If you guys know how it works, that they're trying to create racism. They're using different races against us. To me personally, they're using different races against me. Armenians pulled a gun on me, or us and other things. And Armenian, Asians, whatever they were, Japanese or Filipino, whatever it was, blacks and rapists and gangbangers, and even Mexican, our own people, obviously. And they just bring a circle of animals around us, and they want us to hate everybody, and that's why a lot of girls end up like that girl, all jacked up in the head. They're all promoting the yellow stage. And they're all jacked up in the head because of abuse. They were raised wrong. And that's why she's like that. She wasn't raised right. She was raised by Freemason family, obviously. And she don't represent God. She don't represent Jesus Christ. She represents Freemasonry. And, that's her thing. And, I wish her the best. But I got to rebuke that. I can't have that in my house, in God's house. It's like Jesus turned the tables over. When he sees crooks, look, the yellow stage is the Antichrist, and you put that on your page, and you're partaking in that. So, I understand that you understand, but you're doing it. I understand that you understand, but you're doing it. You're doing it. But like I was saying to the Asian, and I never even thought about it. I never really ever thought about it, and just till now I realized, looking back all my life, now that I know about letters, now that I know about prophecy, and what year I got this tattoo, and when people started switching up on me, trying to get me in prison and dead and setting up, I've been set up by everybody around me, near and dear, and straight. I've been set up everywhere. And every time I come home, people look at me like, every time I came home, they look at me like they saw a ghost. Like, what are you doing home? Why would I be home? Because people thought I was gonna die every day, being set up all the time, and I made it home safe. Real story, true, and real talk, true stories. And I made it home safe all the time. And that's just because real recognize real. And I'm gonna be honest, even though they got the mark of the beast and they ended up to be traitors and things like that, but at the time, real recognized real, and they knew that Adam Duran was never a part of certain things, and I'm just a normal guy. And so yeah, I never really as far as that shooting, I'm looking back at it, and I see the earthquake, and I see the motorcycle cop that fell off the freeway, and the numbers, and I posted everything. God does speak, and God does react, and that's why we stick to God. That's why we stick to Jesus Christ and God. We stick to Jesus Christ and God, and we don't stick to cough, cough, cough. We don't stick to none of that stuff. And but yeah. So they try to play people like pawns, and I'm just too busy. I don't sit around dwelling on it. All I usually did was just, stay ready as best as I could with anything. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You just stay ready as best you can. Whatever happens, happens. And I made it home. After a few, maybe if I stayed out for a day, I stayed out for a few days. Whatever I did, I didn't gangbang. I didn't do robbing banks or liquor stores. I didn't get into crime. But we just hung out and stuff. Um, uh, I made it home and I never really dwelled on the past. I never really dwelled on it, and I just look back at everything, and it makes sense now. The corner, the nighttime, and whatever the case is, whatever it was that put us there at the same point in time, and to cause that whole thing, that was weird. You know, it was weird because the dude looked like he didn't want to, and the dude ended like he looked like he didn't want to do it. And but yeah. So shout out to you guys, man. Obviously, when I went to work over there, um, I used to just tell everyone God bless, and I don't want you guys to feel like forsaken. Anybody. I don't want anyone to feel forsaken. I'm not for gangs. I always encourage to get out. I don't know if you guys can, and I just can only tell the good news. I can only say Bible stories. I can only just talk about stories, and I can only say, don't look up to gangsters, yo. It's fake. The music's fake. They clown on Christians. They say if you're scared, go to church. Yeah, if you're scared, call the preacher. If you're scared, go to church. If you're scared, call the preacher. And the synagogue of Satan have God's best making fun of us. They made fun of us at some point, and now we're family. And whoever falls off falls off. But there shouldn't be nobody falling off really. There shouldn't be unless they're that stupid and they just want to get a little quick little laugh. Some of these people are a lot like Peter. They're in touch, and Peter wants to get a little laugh, and they get kicked out. Peter used to get a laugh when we used to barbecue right here. It was me, I think, Ryan Wonder Real, Robin Wonder Real before he died, Roger, Peter, and some other people. My parents were in I think Denver, and we were barbecuing in the back, and Peter he kept talking stuff like trying to bag and stuff, and I'm like barbecuing, I'm like cleaning stuff, I'm like taking care of everybody. I think Jaime was here. That we call him broke at the time. We never called him that. I think Jaime was here, broke, and people were like, hey, dude, shut up already. Every time people like, shut up already, like, I'm just barbecuing and chilling, and I stayed paid, I just stayed like a little bit, and just enough to survive. I was never a money hungry person. I never tried to be a millionaire or nothing, but I was just a humble boy at 21 years old, and 22, and he was like 26. And one night over here barbecuing, everyone's here at my house. My parents are gone, and the house was always open to my friends. And he wants to continue trying to be funny, but he just kept saying the same thing over and over. So finally, I said, "Hey, dude, we gotta go to the street, dog. I gotta shut your face." You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know when to shut the fuck up. And he's like, "What?" He then he starts laughing. What? Why you mad? Why you getting mad? Why you getting like that's what he. I'm like, I already told you to shut up, and you don't want to shut up, so let's go. And then so I went around him, circle him around him, like, come on, like you gotta hit me first, cause I thought you're gonna go run over there, and you're gonna go run and throw a rat. You gotta hit me first, so he never hit me. So I guess I told him get the out of here. And Roger told him, come on, let's go, Pete, you little pussy Pete. And that's what Roger used to call him, Pussy Pete. because he never done nothing. And that's what he is. He's a little sissy, pussy. And he's just, that's just what he is. But and so, but going back to yeah, I never I never I never I never really thought about it. Like, I probably mentioned it when I was like testifying to bearing witness to kids, boys and girls, like, to relate. You tell stories, but I never really brought it up or talked about it until recently, because of everything, because of this whole story, and trying to expose the Freemasons and the pig holes and fire goers and how they operate. So yeah, I just want to just a reminder of that. You guys know how it is. That so just imagine in my position. In my position, they say. In my position, they're gonna say, he's they're gonna try and make us look like a snitch on this side. So, but then once the gun come out and pow, then the pig will say, oh, he deserves to get cooked because he has a pow. It's just they go, they're flip-floppers. The Freemason, the pigos, they're flip-floppers, and they want to kill us any which way they can. And that's why God don't like pigos, because even in the prison, even in jail, they do the same thing. They tell people, hey, this guy talked about so-and-so, whoop-de-whoop, this and that. And then they go and get innocent boys. They get boys killed, Obviously, you guys know they get boys killed by talking about them and saying things to the rest of the prisoners. And then they sit back and laugh, and they feel like gods. Sheriff, deputies, correctional officers, and piggles. They feel like gods, and they think they're gods in Freemasonry. So, the gospel is being preached to tell them that, to repent from that, and they're not gods over us. Jesus Christ is God over us. And again, there's a lot of love here because of the Korean church. I don't want to point it out just in case. I don't want to get them targeted, but there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love, going on because of the Korean people. And those are my people. And I want you guys to know that every day that I take over, and Satan is done. Satan's cooked. All those devils that misled you and prophesied falsely to you and told you to take the mark of the beast and do a ritual. They led you to Michael, Oscar, Peter, Maud, Piggles, Jesse, and Margie. And they sent you in a false circle of salvation. They sent you in a false circle of salvation, and saying, okay, go here, do your ritual, go there, get prayed for, go here and get this, go here and get that. And they sent you in a false circle. I'm assuming it looks like that they're making it look like they got all angles covered. Shh. They're making it look like they got all angles covered, and they don't got nothing covered. The mark of the beast, it cooks them. They're done after that. That's why God told me to do this. And so that's why I want to say that you guys are being targeted. The Asians, you guys are being targeted, and that's what makes you the underdog, which is a good thing in God. I'm the underdog. And I'm keen to do this priest, king and priest and prophet, preacher ministry as the underdog. So being an underdog, as you know, it comes with benefits, because the story of the underdog is the underdog wins. King David slayed the giant. The giant is Moab. And who slays Moab? Adam Duran. I didn't know that. I did not know that the Piggles were doing this stuff. Somebody from church. Told me that the pigs are corrupted and this and that. Somebody from church told me the pigs are corrupted and this and that. I didn't really know. I didn't really know he meant Satanism. Um, when I learned of and became aware of Freemasonry in 2008, 9, 10. I'm not sure I really understood the full, uh, um, just a little bit. I got the symbolism, black and white, um, red and blue, pigs and fire goers. I understood a little bit of it. That it was government. That government was fixed. The voting's fixed. The lotto was fixed. The lotto from ping pong balls went to computers. The slot machines are fixed. Vegas is fixed. NFL's fixed. NBA's fixed. NHL's fixed. MLB's fixed. Professional sports are fixed because it's not even professional sports. It's entertainment. Legally, they can fix games and not get in trouble because at the end they're just going to say, well, it's entertainment. It's just entertainment. Everything's fixed. And so I never really, eventually I came to realize this. And and as it says that I did this before I read this. So that's the weird thing. God told me to Yerusha and take Israel and set it free from the beast, bless it, and keep doing blessings daily forever until God comes. And those true Jews that love Moshiach, I know they do. I know there's true Jews that love Moshiach. I've seen them, I met them, I talked to them. Even a guy from work named Adler even says that his dad was Jewish. And his dad, in reading the Christian Bible, says that God's going to save the Jews. So I'm good either way. And I started laughing. I was like, this guy's funny. And yes and no. You just gotta make sure that you love Moshiach, the Savior and God of Israel. And then yes, He's not going to save any bloodline. God's not going to save bloodline Jews. Because a bloodline Jew could be a bloodline Jew could be a Larry Silverstein. It could be a Clive Davis. It could be, a billionaire, trillionaire, corrupt person sacrificing a bunch of people. A Jew could be a billionaire Satanist or a cannibal rabbi. A Jew could be a cannibal rabbi and a false rabbi persecuting Christians and Jews and go to hell. He's not going to be saved for that. So as long as you're a humble Jew worshiping Moshiach, yes. But always you gotta always try to push forward and learn, and don't be stagnant. Because we talk about good stuff, we're growing every day. We're growing. Like I gave you guys more revelation today. Hi, baby, that's beautiful. I gave you guys more revelation today on why Satan lost his power. Because he stopped worshiping God, and Jesus Christ is the power. Satan was drunk on power and said, yeah, but then when he stopped worshiping, no, he didn't have no more strength to fight, it says. Verse 8, Satan the dragon was not strong enough. He lost his strength. It's all in God. Without God, nothing. Ma'od. God bless the Mormons. But yes, in God is the fire, light, and oil, and waters, and blood, and the sacrifice. And the sacrifice. In God is everything. No coffee, nothing. In God is everything. And either we're in God or I'm in God. We're in God. Those that are doing witchcraft, trying to trick us, they can't do both. Anyways, so the Michael here is a Michael, the archangel in the future and from heaven, who has no reproductive organs. Okay. And so when somebody says they're Michael, the archangel, they can't have kids, they can't get married, and they can't have reproductive organs because that's a earthly body, not a heavenly body. Okay, so um, there's definitely a assignment against everybody. Asians. There's an assignment against Asians. There's an assignment against the people. There's a satanic assignment against you. And I'm here to encourage you. I'm your brother. I've met many Korean believers. I love them. They love me, and we got along great. There's no problem. I met, Thailand, Taiwan. I met Japanese. I met Korean. I met a lot of people. My wife is Filipino. You know, there's no. They're just trying to create. They're trying to curse you guys. It's not gonna happen. And just stay in God. Stay worshiping Jesus Christ. And don't and unfollow. Do what I do. When you see this stuff on the internet, unfollow it. When they see you pointing to pork chop of North Korea, we already know throughout the news. Google it, read the news. That's an axis of evil. They kill Christians and torture Christians. Just look it up. They've been doing that since him and his before him. Putin, he's still doing it in Ukraine. We just posted all these. They kill Christians. They hate Jesus Christ. So Koreans know about this. Koreans know how Korea is. They're not stupid. You know, the Korean church and Koreans, they know what it's like over there. They already know. They escape all that. So, Japanese, they want to curse the Japanese. They want to curse everybody. And it's the system of Freemasonry that runs everything. So, just know that. Know that they're when they do this, just don't follow it. Even if it's your own people. Okay? Yeah, so I'm just gonna preach that a little bit. Oh, that's nice. And don't follow mainstream. You gotta just follow Jesus Christ, the Bible. What are you gonna do? I don't follow these girls. I just lead them. Because for different reasons that they're already in the trap. Hi guys, that's a beautiful picture. They're already in the trap, and they have to do what they're told because you already know what's going to happen to you. So, for example, for those in the valley or those in Beverly Hills, if you say, yeah, that's right, Earth is not heaven. Yeah, that's right. These guys are lying. If you take a stand and say Freemasons are lying and they're trying to keep people here, and they're using Kardashian Jenners, they're using all the internet influencers. If you say, yeah, that's right, Freemasons are lying, they got all kinds of fake Jesus Christ, yeah, that's right, and the Freemason firegoers and police department are all in on it, they're all connected to the CIA, and what happens to your life if you do that? It becomes very ugly, and these people got a lot to lose. From flying on private jets to being thrown out in the street in the gutter, picked up by an enemy, a person who was their family was sacrificed by Kardashian Jenners. All these people that have been sacrificing for Kardashian Jenners, all these people who idolize them, all these people who idolize, as the show was called, American Idol, finding a new idol. That's not a good thing. American Idol is a evil name. An idol is useless. An idol, you can't worship people as idols. That's the Bible. That's the Jewish Bible and the Christian Bible. in Catholic, and it's the Catholic Bible, and it's the Mormon Bibles, the Jehovah's Witness Bible. The Mormon Bible is the King James, and the Jehovah's Witness Bible, you can't have idols either. The World Translation, and so so it's just like we're not crying over spilt milk. You know, that's cute. You're looking like a little. You're looking like a little 5'1". That's nice, baby. You know, we're not crying over spilled milk, but I've been blessing people, and when girls are not them, but or anybody, when girls and family members and people are interrupting us, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. We gotta the word of God goes forth, and we have to rebuke it and cast it out the house of God. Jesus did it. Jesus turned over the tables and chased out the money lovers. Did he not? Jesus Christ chased out the money lovers. I am not doing anything different. This is Christianity. I'm gonna type in money changers. And this is real Christianity, and also I'm rebuking the mark of the beast. I still haven't taken the mark of the beast. I got broken teeth, I got poked eyes, I got broken neck and back every day from the fire department, police department, and their technology, whatever they got, how they get into places, and how they put you to sleep, and how they get you. You know, I'm enduring from the Freemasons and the Piggles and the Satanists. I'm enduring, and then the frequencies in the ears and the noises in the background and pushing it in your ear, screaming, and with the noises. Every time you hear a noise on here, then they're using the military frequency pushing in my eardrum, and it really makes you cuss. It makes you say things, and so I'm still rebuking it. I'm still enduring for the and for God and for the nation, so I can preach to you guys. And I don't know if you guys could hear this. I don't know if they're even letting you guys hear this without zapping, gassing you, and raping you and your kids. You know, they're tracking you. I'm sure they're using me as bait, probably. They're probably saying, let's go see who's listening to Adam Duran. They're probably using my wives against you guys. You know, my wives are probably so scared that, yeah, we're going to find out who's listening to Adam, and then we're going to snitch and tell, we're going to scan for the police. And, you know, there's probably a big old division that even if my own wife, let me say even my wife, second cousins, family members, aunts, uncles, cousins, they all renounce Adam Duran, that I was the most quietest cousin in Nana's house. I was the most quietest one, the only schmelcher boy that was always sick. I was the quietest, the shyest kid at Nana and Papa's house, didn't talk. I sat there quiet, and now I'm the one that's not talked to. It has to be control of the pigs and fire department, destroying families and trying to basically Adam is king. Adam is the one that's bringing the salvation back. Adam is doing the work of salvation. So the pigs and fire goers, Freemasons, need to skirt you away somewhere else, like over here. No, anywhere but Adam Duran. Anybody else, because everyone's in the Freemasonry MOB mob, and that's their logic. That's their philosophy. That's their mindset. Is that Adam Duran has the power and anointing, and I already did it. You know, there's nothing they can do about it. All I have to do is preach, pray, prophesy to the world, with or without this sermon, videotape, with or without this video. You know, and I still bless, and I could post it, I could type it, but you know, this is good. I like it, and if I can do it, I'm gonna do it. And I'm very grateful that God is allowing this to go forth. Let's look at Jesus cleanses out the temple from who? From the money changers, from the money lovers, who are selling things in the house of God. Okay? We're not talking about Jews. We're not talking about Shalom House. We're not talking about all the Jewish bookstores. God bless the Jewish stores. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the house of Israel, that is the earth of men and women doing pharmaceutical commercials, makeup, pharmaceutical, automobile commercials. We're talking about everything that's on the internet, Instagram, Facebook. We're talking about this whole system is corrupt with people who love money and not God. And when I see it, I could say, this is my wife, I'm keeping her. Or I could cast it out and say, get rid of, I don't want this devil woman in my house. I could bless it. I could bless it and keep it. I could sanctify it, marry it, or I could not marry it and let her go and serve God on her own. I'm not God. I'm just saying I don't want to be. I don't claim it. I don't touch it. I just cast her out of the house of God, and she can go and serve God on her own. But, I'm saying, if she's wearing satanic dragon pants or whatever the case is, whatever the girls are doing and posting. But my wives, all my high-ranking ones, they're no problem with that. Nadia Kahar, Nadia Mejia Gazelle. No, I'm not tripping on them, ever. Don't worry, you guys are never. I'm never ever expecting you guys on nothing. I just want to see you guys happy and stuff. But I'm just talking about random girls that are thinking they're hot. They think they're hot and sexy with fake face and fake chest and fake titties and fake butt. They think all that is good. And then on top of that fakeness, they're going to put Satan the dragon. And that is all for money. The love of money is the root to all evil. They need to get saved and repent from that. And so that's their prerogative. If she's going to come out of the mark of the beast and get saved and go to church and serve God, hey, that's awesome. But I'm not, what I'm saying? That's her choice, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm casting out of my house, God's house. What I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. As the Latter Days King, as the one that's doing, as the Latter Days King, not in Freemasonry pigs, not secret coughing, not secret noises, not the mark of the beast. That's what I'm doing. Just ignore those people. They're over there touching girlfriends. They're touching everything. They're going to hell. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just sanctifying my house. I'm casting out the corpse. If they're with Satan, I could cast it out. If I want to keep my main wives, I'm keeping them. Random girls, I might not. And she's repping Satan, she's repping coughing, corpse touchers, all that nonsense. I might keep it, I might not. It's my choice. They can go out, if they want to worship false gods. If they want to worship false gods and Freemasons and be liked by the world, if they want to become enemies of God and friends of the world, that's their prerogative. My prerogative is I can marry it or not marry it. And, that's it. So, but the money lovers, I could marry it and not marry it. It's my choice. Nobody else, and no Freemason, no Satanist, corpse touchers, none of these cockroaches in the hood. Ain't nothing. They can't marry nothing. They don't got no holy priest. They got nothing. They shouldn't even be thinking about sex. They should think about coming out of the beast. Let's see. It says Jesus made the whip and drove the money lovers out. He made the cords. He made a whip out of the cords, and he drove them out of the temple. And this ain't no Honda Accord. This is Elohim HaChod HaMshalash, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, casting out the beast. Who's the beast? The T, Nachash, Nashak. You guys know. Selling your soul at nighttime. Michael, you had them supposedly, and Oscar supposedly he got keys to the riches and Japanese Jesus and pork chop Putin and Putin's army and all this stuff. Shh, you guys already know what it is. You guys already know what it is. And so, you guys know what it is. That's what makes my job easier. These stupid idiots over here coughing all around the world like it's going to brainwash us. What's that going to do? Cough with the mark of the beast all night, all day? You're still going to burn in hell with the mark of the beast. Corpse, killing babies, eating people, sacrificing cousins and aunts and uncles, sacrificing. Coughing ain't going to do nothing for your soul. Coughing at coppers, coughing at fake Peter, go ahead, but it ain't going to save your soul. I'm talking to these people over in San Fernando. And San Fernando knows what it is, and shh. And so everything's great. We all know what it is. We all know. On a daily basis, they be bothering the market workers trying to get me to get them in. On a daily basis, Uno Mas and save them. Oh, Michael. Oh, Oscar, Mott, Peter. Oh, tell Adam we're sorry. Oh, please tell Adam we're sorry. We want to come. Please. The beast is trying to get saved. They're telling me every day at the market. And then they go on the internet acting like, yeah, it's ours. Instagram is ours. So what would you do if you were me? Every day, the internet, the commercials, the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere you look is all takeover of my wives and kids. Taking my wife and kids, doing who knows what. Then you go to the store, and they say, oh, they're sorry, they want to come into heaven. What would you do? You would laugh. You'd be like, dang, these guys are devils. They doing all the abuse, breaking your eyes, your teeth, your back, your neck, your muscles smelted. They're doing this on a daily basis. And then they say, oh, we're sorry at the store through other people. Then they have strangers tell you sorry and we want to come into heaven, and it's like, well, oh, let me go home and see if I don't get smelted again. And then you get smelted again. And again and again and again, and then on the internet it's a takeover. You see what I'm saying? So that's the psyop. That's the psyop CIA mind control to abuse the people, and then say, oh, we really love you, Kimberly. Yeah, do what we say. We're going to cook your kids, says the Piggles. The fire department, the police department. Do what we say, Kimberly, or we're going to cook your kids. Oh, we love you. Oh, our precious queens. Oh, our precious queens. Do what we say, wear it, put it, go over there, do it, or else, Kimberly. Chloe. You better do it, Chloe. Chloe, you better do it or else, says the police department. Right? Okay. Oh, we love our queens. Oh, we love Kardashian Jenners. Oh, the mob, all the freaking foreigners from whatever countries. All the foreign mob that's over here working for pigs, spying on them. Oh, yeah, they better do what we say. You know, they sacrifice their cousins. They sacrifice newborn babies for Kardashian Jenners. Oh, Kardashian Jenners are such gods to them. They sacrifice boys and girls, men and women for these girls. And yeah, oh, and now you better do what we say because they sacrificed. You know, the goyim, the foreigner, the goyim, the knockers, the knocker goyim foreigners. They're like, yeah, these girls better do what we say because they sacrifice. You know, they say they're going to sacrifice for these girls. They better obey us. Just say that's your choice. Just tell them that's your choice. You wanted to kill your cousin. You wanted to go do all this stuff for Kardashian. That's their choice. You know, that's them. Don't let them pin it on you guys, on the girls. That's pin it. Just blame it on the pigs, the fire department. Blame it on them. You don't gotta listen to them. It's like this. And the queen, as me being the king, I don't take orders. Adam Durant does not take orders. Peter knows it. Malt knows it. Oscar and Michael know it. Shh. Like I said, Adam Duran do not take orders. When the pigs came when Alexis was going to be born in 2012, Rodriguez Rodriguez or some idiots. I was in I think my Dodger jersey or something, and I didn't want to get on the driveway for what? They were trying to put me down on the ground, and I was trying to figure out where Crystal was at, and she was about to give birth to Alexis in a few days, and I was asking my family, where's she at? Where's she at? And they said, she tells him, call the police. For what? I'm just asking you, where's Crystal at? They chased her out. They made her leave back to Ontario with all my baby stuff. She came back, and thankfully I was able to raise my daughter for 7 years. So they're telling me to get down on the ground that night. They're telling me it was like my nephew's birthday. It was like Andrew's birthday and my nephew's birthday in 2012. I think it's his birthday weekend. One of my nephew niece's birthday by September 2012, and they come and they're like, get on the ground. I'm like, for what? I'm not doing it. I'm just trying to figure out what my wife is at. Like, why are the San Fernando pigs over here? You know what I'm saying? Why did they do that and do all this and then orchestrate Crystal leaving with pregnant, about to give birth? Thankfully, I was there at the hospital over there in Montclair Hospital in near Ontario. Thankfully, I was able to be there. I baptized her in the Holy Spirit when she came out, and then I raised her for 7 years till 2019, and then they planned the pandemic. They planned all this stuff. They planned the takeover. It didn't work because they're only setting the stage for the Antichrist. They're all false gods with the mark of the beast chip. They're all false gods now, bugging us. So they can't get saved no more. Margie, Jesse, Peter, Michael, this whole city, San Fernando, the whole city of San Fernando cannot get saved unless they're my people. Only my humble people who are not false gods and Tushy Butts, San Fernando mine, unless they're my enemies and unless they're their people, unless they're connected to these cockroach with false god, false wannabe kings, then I don't want them. But they can't get saved because they're too deep. They're too far deep down in shell hell with the mark of the beast. I just leave them alone. I don't save them. Okay? And so, but they're telling me to get down and drive it for what? I'm just, like, what are you even doing here? All I did was ask her, where's Crystal at? Where's Crystal? Where's the baby stuff? It's all gone. And so they come trying to kick my legs for like 10 times trying to drop me, and there's weak ass pigs. You know, when I'm 220 and 22-inch arms, like in my picture, and they can't, you know what I'm saying, there's weak ass dudes. I'm like contemplating, like, should I just grab his ass and throw him across the yard? Like, I just don't. I just leave it. I just trust in God. I just turn the other cheek. I trust in God and just wait and see what happens and see. Like, I want to see what happens, like how it plays out. Like, what are they after exactly? And now I see this. Now the mark of the beast came. God told me what to do. Now I see all this happening. I'm like, oh, that's why Carrillo did that. That's why Jesse Margie did that. Oh, that's why they called the police. Oh, that's why they started fighting with me. Oh, that's why Louis did it too. Oh, that's why they try to run me off the freeways. Oh, that's why they've been setting me up on Mott Street. Oh, that's why they've been snitching and trying to do this in the Asian and the Piggles and the Asian and the earthquake. Oh, that's why all this is happening, because the Moptiak Melekia Hoshikinu. Oh, now it makes sense. Now that's why they did that. So they could say, don't listen to Adam. He's not believable. That's what they're doing right now. All these witches, all these bee witches over here on the internet are working for Piggles, sucking Piggles, trying to say don't listen to Adam. That's what this is about. Okay, so don't listen to me. Not you guys, but Freemasons, I don't care. Don't listen to me. Pork chop, who cares about their people? Who cares about the synagogue of Satan? I don't really care. Who cares about random girls with fake ass everything? I don't really care about them. It's all about Israel and the church, the Jews, the Muslims, the Catholics, the Christians, the Mormons, the Jehovah's Witnesses, all the newcomers. It's all about the nations of people who really love God. It's about us, the people. It's not about Freemasons. Nobody gives a shit about Freemason, pigs, and fire department. Who gives a shit about false gods? We don't care about that. We know who God is. It's not them, is it? No. Is police department your God? And the stupid hood rat on the internet says yes. All the stupid little piggle rats, all the little piggle rats on the internet say, yeah, the pigs are their gods. That's her business. If all these little cockroach and piggle rats on the internet are saying that they worship pigs, that's her business. We're the church. So shout out to all the church girls. Shout out to all my church girls. Shout out to the greatest Crystal Alexis. Shout out to all my second cousins and girls in Christ and Queen. Shout out to my pastor's wives. Shout out to Kardashian Jenner. Shout out to Hip Hop R&B, Holy Tree, and shout out to everybody. Because we know who God is. We know the Bible. We can understand the whole Bible from front to back. We understand it. We know what God is doing. The Illuminati of movie makers, they know what God is doing. They're not stupid. Michael Keaton, Multiplicity, Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, and Back to the Future, The Time Machine, and all these movies. You're going to tell me it's obvious that they know what's going on. That it's not here. It's in a different world. And so that makes it that much easier. That's my job. That makes my job that much easier. I don't have to really convince people. All I have to do is clean out the house. All I have to do is chase out these little piggle rats and say, "Get your ass out of here, hood rat! You're gonna try and brainwash our kids with your dragon ass pants and your fake body? Beat it, get." And shout out to the Aryans. Shout out to the Aryans coming out of that nonsense. Shout out to the Asians. Shout out to all my guys coming out of that. Shout out to Rudy Salazar, Anthony, Richard, Rudy. Shout out to everybody coming out of that nonsense. But we're cleaning God's house out. Get. We're cleaning out God's house. Well, I know I'm not a sucker. The one thing about me is I'm not a sucker for no sex. I'm not a sucker for no girl. I'm not a sucker. I'll be like, get. You don't want to serve Jesus? Get. I'll serve Jesus. Get. I like saying that. It's therapeutic. You should try it. You guys should try this. It's very therapeutic. I'm serious. If they don't want to represent, this is what you guys should do on Instagram and Facebook with people you follow. If you feel like it, you should just be like, get. They don't want to represent God. It helps. So I'm probably going to do another video, 53 minutes, and I'm going to upload this one. Thank you guys for listening. Blessings to the nations. Everything's great.